everyone. This is Mentor Tuba. We are going to discuss a PgMP scenario in this video. Uh, this particular scenario is related to benefits management, and benefits management is not really easy topic in the exam. This one is also a tricky scenario. Let me quickly read out the scenario first, and then we will discuss in detail. You as a program manager are in the definition phase and preparing the program charter. You have your planned benefits and you are listing them along with the benefits strategy in the charter. Which document establishes the relationship between the expected benefits and the planned program activities? A, program roadmap, B, program architecture, C, program schedule, and D, program charter. Okay, one thing that I would like to point out is that this is one such type of scenario which actually confuses you between like the first part of the question and the last part of the question. So the first part of the question has actually nothing to do with the ask of the question, right? So so you can answer this question even with the second line. And the first line is just confused. So they are talking about a program which is in the definition phase, and you are preparing a charter and you are documenting the benefits in the charter. All of that is cool. But what they are asking is different. It has no relation with charter. They are simply asking that which document establishes the relationship between the expected benefits and the planned program activity. And it's a document. Please keep that in consideration. So this question requires some discussions actually. The first discussion is B is an outlier over here, program architecture. So for one reason that it is not a document. So you would say, you would ask me that about what is program architecture, and this is like a question that none of my PgMP mentees miss out. Each of them ask this question that we don't understand the concept of architecture. Standard doesn't really talk about that in detail. Architecture, as per PMI or as per my understanding, is a concept in benefits management which talks about the mapping of components in a way that program outcomes and results are achieved. That's it. How you do that, how you represent that, at what level you are going to do that, at what granularity you are going to achieve that, that's your call to make in the program. Which tool you are going to use for creating program architecture, that's your call to make as a program. PMI has no such thing. Right? This is my way of saying it. I may be wrong, but this is how I explain it to my PgMP students, that one way of creating architecture or representing architecture is roadmap. So yes, this question is asking about architecture. It's asking about a document to establish the relationship or to represent the relationship between the expected benefits and outcomes and the planned program activities. But this question is asking about a way or a mechanism or a tool to implement architecture. It's not asking about the architecture as an idea. It's a concept, it's an idea. So roadmap is one such popular tool in the PMI's world that represent programs architecture. This is how I explain, right? So yes, A is the right answer to this question. Program roadmap has many other utilities as well. It's a visual representation. It provides strategic direction. It gives you a graphical plan versus actual view. It gives a high level strategic visibility to your senior management, your sponsors, and other governance board members. All of that is true. This is also true that roadmap has no particular point of creation in the program lifecycle. Yes, this may be a news to you, But this is correct that roadmap is not sequentially created in the program. So some artifacts has an order. Like charter can only be created once the business case is formally approved for the program. Right? Program management plan can be created along with the charter, like at a more basic level, but program management plan in detail, in granularity is created after the charter is approved, formally approved, authorized. Because you can only proceed with a detailed planning once the program is official in the organization, and which makes sense, right? So this is the sequential order of program artifacts, but roadmap has no defined order. So those who feel that roadmap is created after the charter is created, they are wrong. Roadmap is not a baseline. It has no dependence on any artifact. You can have roadmap even during the business case as well. You can have roadmap even uh, after the selection committee has given you like that, strategic uh, go ahead to proceed with the business. You can create roadmap at that point as well, when even the business case is not formally there. You can have the same roadmap evolved to the current level during the program execution, delivery phase, and all. Roadmap can be there from the day one and even before the day one as well, right? So please keep this in consideration if you are thinking on those lines that you are creating a charter and the program is not formalized, and how can you create the charter. First of all, I've explained that second line has nothing to do with the first line, and even if it has something to do with the scenario of the question, roadmap could be there during the charter creation. Roadmap could be there during the business case evaluation. Roadmap could be there uh, before business case as well. At the proposal time, at the vendor selection time, you can have roadmap with you. Roadmap is like a strategic driver. Your steering committees, your executive committees, they're dependent on you. They can make their decisions based on the roadmap findings and evaluations. So if you are thinking that even if the plan is not there, what the roadmap is really representing, whatever is available at that point, whatever strategies, benefits, ideas, high level components, whatever is available. You can have a high level roadmap. PMI call it high level roadmap. So the business case, pre-business case, during charter, the roadmap which is there is high level business, high level roadmap. There are 2 to 3 ECO tasks which actually talk about high level roadmap for the same reason. Right? And roadmap is a very good driver of program architecture. Right? I am going to show the program architecture definition as per the PMI standard as well for, validating my point that this is not about architecture. This is about roadmap. Why not C&D? It's of course not C because the program schedule technically is not a document. That's one reason. And even if it's a document, it doesn't talk about benefits direct. It talks about activities, deliverables, timelines, predecessor, milestones, everything. But it doesn't talk about the relationship of benefits to the end. Charter, because charter is not for this reason. Charter could have benefits, as the scenarios also say, but the relationship of benefits or the mapping of the benefits to the planned activities, charter is not for that. And for your information, in the charter, you have everything high level. You can't have detailed program activities in charter. For that, we have program management, right? So of course, C and D are outliers. It was between A and I've already explained that why A and why no. I hope you like this explanation, and if you do, please like this video. If you have follow-up queries, feel free to drop that in the comment area. Feel free to ask that directly with me. My communication channels are on the screen. Feel free to reach out via LinkedIn, WhatsApp, call, whatever works for you. And I will make sure that your queries are solved. I will be back very soon with a new PgMP scenario. Till then, take care. Goodbye.